and good evening, all the friends and our guest speaker, Lisa Valley from Philippines. Today, we are very excited to hear her session, and all the friends they are waiting for this session since long, and she's frequently with us time and again, and she's very generous. And let me introduce with her briefly. So she's from Philippines. She got a degree of Bachelor in Science Economic, measuring development economics from uh, University of Philippines. She took International TESOL Academy Bridge Education Group graduate level. She also finished IELTS Trinity College Cambridge 30 March 2020. She also has done Master in Education majoring English in 2007 at the University of Perpetual Health, so Las Piñas City and Philippines, and Supplement Education for Bachelor to Education 2006 at the same university. She also had Master in Business Administration 1998 at the Colegio de Los Bagnus and 4030 Philippines. She learned public speaking in her years of talking with various individuals with different kind of nationalities through ESL, TESOL, TEFL, where she gained lots of confidence dealing with people. More than that, when she's very active in teaching, learning, and she's very generous, and she likes to share her experience with EFL and ESL context. And in Nepal, Sri Yoga Education in Nepal, I would like to welcome you, ma'am, once again. And
Okay.
without delay, because we have been familiar to each other, so I have introduced her. So now, without delay, I would like to welcome to our guest speaker, Lisa Valley, ma'am, from Philippines, for her insightful presentation. Ma'am, over to you now.
Okay. Thank you so much for the well-read introduction uh regarding myself. And I'm very proud and happy to be part of this thing because um I know public speaking or speaking in public is very difficult. Okay. First of all, I'd like to share my screen with you, all right? Hold on. I prepared a slide actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have here, why do we fear? Why do I fear speaking in public? Okay. Why? Fear of speaking in public is called glossophobia. So if it's glossophobia, it is a phobia or you're afraid, or this is a social anxiety disorder. You're not comfortable speaking in a group of people. Why? Why am I scared of being around people? Uh, Let me show you. Social anxiety disorder is an intense, persistent fear of being watched and judged by others. Or this fear, it can affect your work, or what you're doing. Or if you're in school, you cannot speak in front. Or in your daily activities, you're not comfortable. People around you might be watching you. So it can even make it hard to make or keep friends with this kind when you have that kind of behavior and when you have that kind of feeling. All right. Another is this. Um, you lack confidence. You lack confidence in talking in front of people, or you have the fear of judgment, like, oh my God, she's fat, she's ugly, or she's so she lacks weight if the body is very small. Why is she short? You know, people. or very easy on giving those kind of remarks. And also, if you're not prepared to speak in front, you don't have confidence. Okay. Aside from that, um, so how can I talk calmly and confident? Okay. First of all, you have to look at the mirror. Okay. Or probably feel the stage or feel the surroundings around. Okay. Slow down. You speak slowly so that people can understand you very well. Okay. Aside from that, be prepared. Be prepared on your audience and their language. Okay. This is Sir Rajab, this is my third time talking here, right? Handling a Zoom class with the Nepali. Am I correct? This is my third time. But I don't know how to speak Nepali. But what I can say is I have to use my body language so that I can be understood by everyone. And also, if you're too nervous, you have to take deep breath, you know. You have to you have to breathe and deep breathing so that if we will feel relaxed. And most of all, you should maintain eye contact with the public or with everyone around you. And remember to smile. Okay? You should smile even though you're too nervous. We can do that. I mean, when I was young, I was really nervous, you know, when I talk to people, but I've got no choice. I've got no choice but to be prepared. All right? Another is this one. Here are some tips on how to speak in public. Um, even you're afraid, you have to plan out your presentation. Okay. Use visual props or visual aids to assist you so that you will be comfortable speaking. And also you have to use bullet points so that you will be understood by the people listening to you. Also, don't memorize what's on this orange thing. No, no, no. You have to speak spontaneously or without a script. I can even cover that and talk to you, right? But that's just an only guide for me so that I will be entrapped on what to tell you. And um, I'm so nervous right now. I don't know. But because how many are you in the crowd? Tell me, how many attended this meet? Oh my God, 82! 82 participants. 81 excluding me and Sir Rajef. So imagine that. Um, but I love talking, so bear with me, okay? All right. Aside from that, I'd like also to share with you something. I would like to discuss about how to speak or what are the effective ways to communicate. Okay, what do you need? Effective ways is means you can develop a practice and awareness of learning around. Okay, one is verbal communication. So what's this verbal communication? You have to be clear, and concise language. Aside from that, avoid jargon and complex sentences. Just use simple sentences when you talk so that you can be understood by people. Okay. You also have to have this active listening. If you're actively listening, you can pay attention to, sorry about the dog. Okay. You can pay attention to the details. Okay. To the details and maintain eye contact with everyone and ask clarifying questions. You can ask me now. I think I can call Mr. Kashi Yadav if you can ask me questions because you're already, oh my God, it's 85, 82. Oh my goodness. So 83 participants. My goodness. All right. Okay. So this is a very huge crowd. And of course, the tone of voice. You should vary. I don't like a person who is too boring, who doesn't, when there's a lecture in class, the lecturer would probably say, um, the lecturer would probably say, okay, we can go there and continue. I don't like that kind of way of talking because it's so sleepy, it's so boring. I don't like. Okay? It's monotone. So my point is for you to change the pitch of the voice. If you want to speak slowly, lower your voice, you can do that. Okay? Also, I encourage feedback from people, whether you understood me, and that is very good. Constructive feedback. All right? Aside from that, we can also have this non-verbal communication. If it's non-verbal communication, we can have this body language again. Okay? And this facial expression. I'm gone afraid. You know, I'm angry. It can be seen me. And I can tell you that how I feel deep inside. And also, I'd like to know whether you're nodding. It means you understood what I'm telling you, or like that, because you don't understand or something. Okay. Other than that, we can also have this something like in communication. Okay. When you write something, it has to be on emails. The the title or subject lines should be descriptive so that you know what is the content of the email, all right? And concise. It means that it's brief and focused. Or if you have proper formatting, use with headings, bullet points, and of course, don't forget to proofread. Check the spelling and grammar errors. Okay? Most of all, use active voice when you write an email or messaging. We also have this interpersonal communication. Okay, with this interpersonal communication, this is more of the emotions that we feel. So we have this empathy. Okay, we show understanding, compassion with the people around you, or open-mindedness. Okay, you listen to different ideas that will come out. And of course, you also have to be assertive. Why should you be assertive? You have to tell what you feel, or what's in your thoughts? If there are conflicts that will come out, we should address it right away. Find a solution. Okay? And another thing, we have to see this
I
okay?
think, okay. Go on, go on.
The culture of Nepali. So I have to culture because you're one of my listeners. Okay? All right.
I think she's disconnected because of slow internet. She'll join soon. Don't worry. She's primarily focusing on yeah, she joined again. Ma'am, please continue. Unmute and speak. Yeah, wait. Okay, please continue. Ma'am, please continue.
Okay, sir. Okay, we have this digital communication. If it's digital communication, all right, we use emails and be sure that it is simple and focused in content. Okay, like if we're talking about uh, New Year, then there will be here in the Philippines there are fireworks like that. But in other countries, I don't know if you have that fireworks also. If there's New Year, I don't know. Okay. Now we also have this social media posts. Okay. So definitely, if it's social media, the headlines should be attention grabbing. Okay. And also, if it is about video conferencing, we have to have webcams and microphones effectively. I'm sorry right now. My internet is very slow. Okay. But thank you, Mr. Rajab Panta, that we were able to have this class. Aside from that, we also have these collaboration tools. We have to use Slack, Trello, or Asana. And we have to use these emoticons or emojis to add tone and personality to the digital communication. Okay, how to improve? Okay, we have to practice regularly to talk, ask for constructive feedback. Okay, and also we have to listen from the mistakes because I will know whether you understand or not based on the discussion. After this one, definitely there will be a lot of questions, right? So I will know whether you understood or you did not understand the topic. And I am here to answer that. Okay. All right. So we have to learn how to speak in public and no one will bite you. Okay. No one will hurt you. Just express yourself. All right. Okay. Remember, effective communication is a continuous learning process. Okay? By incorporating these techniques into your daily life, okay, you will be more confident and effective communicator. All right? All right, I'm gonna go to the next topic that I have prepared. This is on the techniques on how to have this creative and effective communication skills. Okay, this effective communication skills that I have, creative and effective communication is about engaging with your audience, conveying or transferring ideas clearly, and fostering the connection between people. Now, we have to master the skills in personal, academic, and professional settings, right? So, what is active listening? Why it works? Active listening ensures you understand the message fully or creating better responses and deeper connections. If you really understood what I'm talking about, okay, I have to know whether you understood or you did not understand, okay? But I will explain it to you if you have some questions about that. Then how to apply? You focus entirely on the speaker, me, okay? Avoid interrupting or show interest through nonverbal cues, probably, or like nodding, making eye contact again, or you can paraphrase what I'm talking about. And I will ask you later on that. Okay? Another thing is my favorite part is storytelling. It creates emotional connection with your audience or with people around you. It makes more complex ideas more relatable and memorable. Now you have to begin in a story. There's the beginning, the middle, and the end of a story, right? So you have to use vivid details or clear details and real life examples to make your story relatable or engaging to people because it's your life's experiences. Right? Other than that, use visuals again. Why does it work? Well, when you talk to people, when I show something black, I have something black here, okay? This is black. This is color black. And this is not white. It means it's a color black. It can be it can be in the evening, or if it's white, then it is in morning time. Something like that. You try to see or you try to say that using visuals, it will be more clearly to be understood by everyone. All right. We can also have charts. It can be a pie chart, a line graph, or um, it can be, for example, how big is the population of Nepal, or how big is the population of the Philippines? I don't know the population actually, but the comparison of the two countries. So by graphs, it can be shown. All right. Aside from that, we can also have if it's non-verbal again, body language, okay, facial expressions, or probably if I don't want to go there, if I don't want to attend, then I will not join this meeting. I will not talk. Okay. But because I like, then I will talk in front of 89. My goodness, Mr. Rajab, this is a big crowd. Are we, is 100 our target now? It's already 18.
Yeah,
I'm
87.
afraid. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, okay. Now we have to have this empathy, feelings when we talk so that, we can share. I mean, I don't know. I think I am more an emotional person that I can tell you if I like to talk or if I don't like to talk, right? You can see it in my face. Um, because it way back then actually I love to sing. I don't know why, but part of I am an ESL tutor, teacher, coach. Some of my students, I will tell them, "Can I sing? Can I just sing this for you?" Because I said that I love theater, so I tell them those things. So it's more on expressing the feelings, and I am into that. Other than that, you have to ask questions. Okay? Ask questions if you understood or not. And that's very nice to know. And one more thing, there should be clarity on what am I talking about. Probably, um, it will be best if I will be understood if people will not sleep. I don't know what time is it right now in Nepal, but I hope that everyone's still listening because part of me, I mean, I really want to talk. I just ask me questions, then I will answer right away. All right. Okay. We have to use positive languages when we talk to people. But I have had experience on talking with people who are perfectionists. For them, they're always perfect. Somehow, it irritates I done I did it all. Okay. I mean, we all will be asked. I, you know, not afraid to.
Our net is fluctuating. Please don't worry. You'll get all the notes. Yeah. She was discussing on the effective to make our language much more effective. And yeah, net is fluctuating. Please unmute and speak now. You're audible. Continue. You can
Okay, all
continue.
right. Okay. Uh, I don't. My thing is I don't know how to talk. I mean, I'm not afraid to talk. So my point is, I'm so irritating, because I am not afraid to talk. For those people who are afraid to talk, I could be an antagonist or I can be an enemy probably for them, but no, and that's me. All right. I will not fight with anyone because I don't know how to fight. Promise. Um, I think I have a good heart. I don't know. All right. And this is me, humor. I don't know if I'm funny, but I don't know what is funny thing. But of course, when you speak about things that make you laugh, you know, then probably it could be entertaining. And there should be humor on what you're talking about. Okay. But that is not uh, a good humor. Okay. It's not below the belt, but a humor that is acceptable by everyone. Okay. Again, here I need your feedback on the discussions that I am talking about. Because whenever someone will tell you, oh, that speaker is so boring. And my point, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And that's a good feedback, because I know next time how to talk properly. Okay, so it clarifies me when you will say that the class was so boring and all. I'm very much willing to listen on the feedback that will come from you. And the style of course, the words should be nice words when you talk to people, when you talk to the crowd. Words that are not offending. And also you have to build a rapport. Okay, that makes that build the trust of people around me or when I talk to people. We also have to have the timing and proper pacing when we talk. Okay. And I have to emphasize important points. Later on, I will ask you questions if you understand me or not. All right? My goodness, there are 83 minus 2. There are 81. My goodness, it's really a big crowd, Rajab, sir. So we have to be assertive. What is assertiveness? We have to be respectful of how we communicate with people, okay? With our thoughts and what we like. Also, in a very calm tone and not defensive somehow. This is not boxing. Even though I love watching boxing, I'm a boxing fan, but I will not shout here or I will not, you know, that's true. Okay, aside from that, creative and effective communication. It involves blending various techniques of active listening, storytelling, visual aids, empathy, or to engage or just to have for to foster meaningful interactions with everyone. Okay. So by applying these methods, we were able to express more clearly what we feel and we can build stronger relationships, influence each other positively. And communication is not about speaking. Okay, it's about connecting, you know, connecting and making message resonate within us. All right? I hope you understand. It's so quick but very meaningful. So thank you for listening. I think I'm done now. I'll not share my screen anymore.
Yes, ma'am,
So
please.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much
All
for
right,
your
sir. Yes.
presentation. Now I like to allow those participants, if you have any more discussion, please, you kindly raise your hand. So I will let you to speak and you can interact with her. Okay,
Okay,
so,
sir.
Arjun sir, please, you can virtually raise up your hand and you can ask and you can make class much more interactive. So I will
Okay,
allow
sir.
Arjun sir, please. You can speak now. Yeah, you can
Okay,
speak.
sir.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
Alice.
first of all, hardly thank you for your this special lecture session. And ma'am, I'm going to ask one question, ma'am.
Please. You
Yeah.
can put forward your question.
Have you listened, ma'am?
Yeah, she's listening, sir. Please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I have written uh, in technique of effective communication. There are almost 15 points, ma'am. First of all, we want to speak and we want to learn about English. How to start to storytelling, but we haven't any idea to make sentences, no idea about any grammar rule or no idea about pronunciation. At that time, how to telling about a kind of a story. And please, yeah, ma'am. That's it, ma'am.
Okay, Arjun
So
sir, that
your question, yes,
okay.
sir.
Arjun sir, that you mean he's asking you question that before we knowing so right this and that kind of thing, if we don't know basic very fundamental things how to construct a sentences and other, how can we construct a sentence? So how can we narrate and make a story? That his question is.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sir, actually, okay, in the US, Americans, okay, Americans are not grammatically correct. Okay, I will type it. Americans are not gra- grammatically correct because I have had American students. They're just there to talk a lot, but their grammars are worse. Okay, but we Asians try to be perfect on our grammar. But it's good that we have to you just have to speak, okay? Speak your own way. Because no matter whether you've got a wrong grammar or not, at least you were able to say what you mean inside. Okay? So I think I was able to answer your question, or am I or did I, sir?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know that. Surely. Yes, she told, of course, if we look at analyze the pronunciation of even grammatical things and by the native speaker, we can see so many grammatical mistakes. We can notice that. No problem. It happens. It's very common things. We are non-native speaker. Even for native speaker, you can analyze the sound of like Hillary Clinton. I have last time did one work Hillary Clinton. I have found more than 50 grammatically mistaken sentence he has spoken even during public speech. It happens. No worry about that. Yes, thank you. So please, do you have any more question? So I'd like to make it more interactive if you have any more question. Can you please virtually raise your hand and ask question? May I request everybody, please. So I'll allow you to speak now, everybody. You speak systematically. So please, now you're allowed to
Yes,
speak.
yes, sir. I have one question
Sure,
to ma'am.
sure.
So, ma'am, my question is, what role does the pronunciation play while speak English speaking? Because each speaker has a different pronunciation style.
Sure.
So, my question, I hope you understood my question well.
Ma'am, please. Yeah, Lizaveli ma'am, please can you unmute and speak, please? You're muted. You're muted.
I did not get her question actually. I'm sorry. She was asking about what? Pronunciation of words, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. All right. Actually, when you type something, I think when you type something on Word, I don't know if the spelling will automatically correct it, right? But when you type a word and you will check the pronunciation of words there, it can tell you how to pronounce the words properly.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you have to ask Google because that's what I do. I ask Google if the pronunciation of words is correct or not.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Have I answered your question, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
To me, that can, so that decreases your performance, overall performance. It's very common thing. And on the other hand, listen to me, talking about individual differences. Of course, if you look at the, so this is called idiolect in language learning and linguistic. Idiolect, that's the personal differences. The way that I speak, Arjun sir will speak, Kasi will speak, Lisa Belli ma'am will speak, anybody will speak will be different. No worry about that. The personal differences will be there in terms of tone, in terms of you speaking, even in terms of some of the pronunciation, it's get difference. This is called in linguistically idiolect. This is something, please. May I know anybody other, please? Do you have any more question? You can kindly put forward your question. Please, anybody, we have around 7-8 minutes. Yeah, DV sir, welcome to you. DV Vatrai.
Hello, good evening, sir, and good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for your participant wonderful time, and I would like to ask question, ma'am, about communication. Your experience, how to how do people communicate like fast and fluent, ma'am? How to speak and how to practice. Even beginner people, beginner speaker, like beginner learner, how to get a fast, quick and fast communicate, man, become fluent. Thank
Hope
you.
you understand. Hope you understand, right? Lisa Velima?
Okay. How can he speak properly or communicate properly? Did I get it? Did I get the question right?
Yeah, ma'am. How to progress fast, ma'am? In your opinion and in your experience, ma'am, experience based. How to become fluent fast, ma'am? Like learning journey.
Okay. Sir, you okay. Versus that. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to so that my voice will be clearer. But you just have to practice conversation. This is on the English manner or English way, okay? You have to use talk to a native speaker of English so that you can speak English properly, communicate English properly. I think that's the best way. So that you can speak English properly and be conversant when you talk. Did I answer your question right, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. How to step, ma'am, first of all, and first, second thought like that. If you have any tricks or method, ma'am.
My method is just to talk or ask questions, then you answer me, and I have to correct your pronunciation of words because I have to know how you pronounce the words. Then, if it's not correct, then I will correct you right away.
Yeah, sure.
So that you will know how to pronounce it in the correct manner.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am. Thank you
so
so much, ma'am.
the next one, please. If you have any more question, let's address that. Otherwise, we are going to wrap up today's session.
Okay, sir, I have one more question, sir.
Okay.
Sure,
All right,
please.
ma'am.
Okay, so which English pronunciation should be followed? Okay, so you have to tell me in British English pronunciation or what American English pronunciation. I have dilemma, ma'am.
American English. I'm sorry. American English,
American.
ma'am. Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All
Anjana
right.
ma'am,
Yes, sir.
which class you are in now? So do you take my class? You're taking my class or some other teachers?
Yes, sir. I'm taking Bojraj Karki sir's class.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
if you could have taken that my class, that I would have addressed that kind of issue, because so I've kept that type of class, which pronunciation should be followed, and this type of things I have kept over there. Nori. So Alvin Jang Basnit is trying to ask question. Please, Alvin, welcome to you.
Thank you, sir. Uh, I would actually ask Lisa ma'am about how is English accent important in conversation and all?
Yeah, is English accent important in conversation and all?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, sir. Okay, sir. It's different. Like for example, in I know is water and water, right, sir? If it's water for American, it is water for British. Am I correct, Mr. Rajab?
Yeah,
That's
sure,
their pronunciation,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
But the reason why what you're talking about the pronunciation, am I correct? Pronunciation is should be followed correctly. If you're going to speak British or if you're going to speak American English, you should follow which way you're gonna. Okay. Which way you will follow, if it's British English or American English. But I will suggest an American English rather than British English. But I just like to ask Mr. Rajab, are you teaching British English or American English?
yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. So normally in Nepal, the curriculum, so development centers and curriculum, we focus on British English here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We follow
Okay.
here normally British.
Okay. All right. Okay.